Hello friends and welcome back. So today we will discuss what is vulnerability and what is exploit and how both of these are different from each other. So without wasting any time, grab a notepad and let's begin. As we all know that vulnerability is a weakness in a system security posture that can be leveraged by an attackers to gain unauthorized access, manipulate data or disrupt operations. These weaknesses can reside in different components including software like programming errors, coding flaws, or design oversights that creates loopholes for attackers. For example, a buffer overflow vulnerability in a web application allows an attacker to inject malicious code and gain unauthorized access to sensitive data. We have already discussed in details about buffer overflow vulnerability and how it works in our earlier video, which you can go and watch for better understanding. Vulnerabilities in hardware include physical weaknesses in devices or network infrastructure that can be exploited for physical access or eavesdropping. For example, a flaw in router's firmware allows an attacker to remotely inject malicious code or redirect internet traffic. Configuration vulnerabilities, improper settings or misconfigurations in systems or applications that expose vulnerabilities. For example, an open port on a server that shouldn't be accessible from outside the network allows an attacker to gain remote access. And vulnerabilities in procedures like lack of security policies, weak password management, or inadequate user training can create human vulnerabilities that attackers can exploit through social engineering techniques. For example, a phishing email tricks an employee into revealing their login credentials, allowing the attackers to access internal systems. While on the other hand, an exploit is the actual malicious code or sequence of commands or technique used to take advantage of a specific vulnerability. It's the how in compromising a system. In other words, an exploit is the method or tool that an attacker uses to breach the security of the system by leveraging a known vulnerability. Exploits are typically designed to target specific vulnerabilities in a particular software, hardware, or configuration, and these can evolve or adapt over time as attackers discover new ways to leverage vulnerabilities. Exploits can be delivered through various means such as malicious attachments, drive-by downloads on compromised websites, or social engineering techniques. For example, suppose there is a vulnerability of buffer overflow. A buffer overflow occurs when a program writes more data to a buffer, which is a temporary data storage area, than it can hold. This overflow can overwrite adjacent memory, leading to unpredictable behavior, crashes, or allowing an attacker to execute the code. And the exploit is an attacker identifies a buffer overflow vulnerability in a network service. They create an input that overwrites critical memory areas and allows the execution of malicious code. This allows the attacker to gain control over the system with the same privileges as the vulnerable service. Why it is important to understand both? It helps in prevention. By identifying and patching vulnerabilities, organization can significantly reduce the attack surface and make it harder for attackers to exploit them. Staying informed about known exploits allows security team to implement proactive measures like intrusion detection system, which monitors network traffic for suspicious activity and known exploit patterns, alerting security teams to potential threats, or using web application firewalls, which protect web applications by filtering and monitoring HTTP traffic, blocking malicious requests, and common attack vectors such as SQL injection or cross-site scripting. And understanding the risks associated with different vulnerabilities help organizations prioritize patching effort and allocate resources effectively. So guys, this is all we have for today. I hope by now you have understood what is difference between vulnerability and exploit. This is important for us to understand from a security standpoint. I hope you found this video insightful. Please share it with your friends. Consider joining me on LinkedIn. See you soon with another topic, another video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.